Morning, guys. I just want to do a short post. Sorry, I've had to step outside. I'm teaching up in Newport, door supervisor course up in Newport, so I just had to step outside for you. Guys, no matter what you try to do in this society, there's always somebody, always one, and in this case there's a few, who try to, what's the word? They try to discourage you from your work. And I'm not going to name any names. And I hate having to do this because of the work that I'm trying to do with all the youngsters. But it's necessary. And the reason why it's necessary is because you need to cut your shit. Yeah? So, on one of the posts last night, and I'm not going to name any names, like I said, a martial art guy turned around and said, do you think, from what I can really summarize from it, do you think teaching these kids a simulation is a good idea? Okay. So, do I think it's a good idea? Well, this is how it works. Yeah, this is how it works. When you are training to be an astronaut, you go in a simulator. When you're training to be an aircraft pilot, you go in a simulator. When you learn to drive a car, you have somebody who's next to you, who has the brakes and the clutch. Yeah, so it's like a simulator. When a doctor learns to be a doctor, he will simulate certain things. Yeah, and they will do a lot of tests, and a lot of their stuff will be simulated. Okay. When you learn first aid and you learn to do CPR on somebody, you have like a dummy. Yeah, like a CPR dummy. So it's a simulation. When you train in your martial arts, yeah, you are practicing and you are simulating how perfect you want to get your martial arts. Now, you turned around and said that you think it's negative. You know why I think you think it's negative? You know why I think you think it's not a good idea? Perhaps maybe because I'm doing it for free. Okay? And there's a reason why I'm doing it for free. Because in this stage, and for what it is, I don't want to be able to put a price on something and somebody doesn't come to the class and get their training because there's money there. So enough people have come forward. Paul from the Boomerang, Dave from San Martin, Cheryl from ACT, Mark was the guy who offered me the first guy, Mark Delta Victor. Big shout out to you, the first one who came forward and offered me access to a free room inside of the city center. So thank you for that. Okay, and there are a few others, and I haven't had time to go through them all, but I will. And once I do, you'll have my respect, and I will meet with you, and hopefully I can take you up on your offer in order to give the guys the free training, give the kids the free training. So no matter what you do in this society, yeah, no matter what you give away, no matter how good you feel in your heart about doing something, and 99% of you have supported us in this, have supported Cala Wales in this, there's always one that's going to be the negative. Okay? There's always the one that's going to turn around and say stuff. Well, I respect your point of view, and I'm still going to do it anyway. Okay, and I thought about this all the way when I drove here to Newport today. I thought about this all the way here, and I got a little bit emotional, and it's a little bit difficult, and I wish I didn't have to. I wish I didn't have to do this type of thing and do this type of video because of what I'm trying to give to people. Okay, I wish I didn't, but unfortunately, because of your comment, I felt that it needed to be addressed and shared. And that's what I'm doing. So just remember why we're doing it. Okay. If I can't give it to them, how else are they going to get it? You can give me the answer? No, you can't give me the answer. Okay. In your martial arts schools, no one here in the Cala system have ever disrespected your martial arts schools. Okay. You all think that you create this and you create that. Listen, God created what we have. Okay, so in my heart, this is what I feel. I feel in my heart it's a good thing to do, and that's why I'm doing it. So please, if you don't want to support, that's fine. I understand that. Okay, but I have never ever disrespected any martial art out there. I've never disrespected any system. We have compared, yes, but never ever disrespected. And to be honest, to turn around and say that we are simulating or whatever, of course we are. That's how we train. Yeah, that's how we train. But we get close to that reality as possible. And that's what we say else in our post. Get as close to reality as possible. Somebody else turned around and said to me about, oh, when you train with plastic knives. So really, they really need to get first aid, proper first aid training in order to deal with the knife wound. Okay, because you're only training with plastic knives. Okay, you want us to train with real knives? Yeah. Are you fucking stupid? Sorry for my language. Are you stupid? Yeah. But even when you teach them to do the first aid for the knife wound, which is a fantastic idea, and we've already thought about it, yeah. And I'm speaking to some people tomorrow, and I have a colleague of mine who work. He is a commander in one of the prisons in Wales, and we are setting up certain programs, and he is already involved in us on that. Big shout out to you. I don't want to name no names or whatever, but whatever. He's a very close friend of mine. His first name is Carl, and I've known him for 20 years. When you even give the first aid with regards to knife attack, yeah, it will be done via simulation. It will be done via simulation. So should you be involved, unfortunately, to have to address the situation for real, so you have a real life situation where somebody has been stabbed, yeah, you would have simulated and say, yeah, we know what this is. We learn. We've learned from the simulation. Special forces do simulated training. Prison guards do simulated training. Police officers do simulated training. It's all simulation for the real world. The difference with us is that we will get as close to reality as possible while trying to remain safe. Do we get injured? Of course, I have loads of injuries. So look, guys, please, yeah, don't try to think that we are trying to recreate the wheel. The wheel has already been there. I think it's you who's trying to recreate the wheel, and think maybe because I am offering it for free, maybe you think that your fees in your class will be affected. Well, that's you putting a price on it. I'm not going to put a price on it, okay? And that's what I feel in my heart, okay? Look, big respect to you anyway, okay? And I appreciate your comment, like I said to you. And if you don't want to support, you don't have to support. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything, okay? I'm just saying the door is open. If you want to learn, come and learn. I'm there for you. Guys, I have to go because I have students waiting for me in the class. I'm about to start in the next 5 minutes. So big hug, big respect to you. Massive shout out to all of you. And yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming, and I'm going to bring you the training. I'm going to give this training to the kids, trust me, okay? And nobody is going to stop me, okay? If they don't turn up, they don't turn up, but I know they will turn up, okay? Because the skill is there for them. Big hug, big love, big respect. Stay humble, guys. Kala system. No other way.